What's up guys, Olesu here. Welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be doing something a little bit controversial, but I'm going to try to be as least biased as possible. So if you guys like this video, make sure you guys subscribe, like, and yeah, it's my Olesu. So in today's video we are going to be doing an oath tier list. Yeah, I said it, an oath tier list. Now, I have seen just about every known oath in the game and its progression and moves, talents, and all. So I'm basically going to be ranking them on like a little tier list chart. They're all good. All the oaths are good. Let me start off with that. All the oaths are good. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just some oaths have better advantages, cooler, you know, that stuff. So hope you guys enjoy. All right, come take a seat. Yep. Yeah, come sit right there. Yeah, let's talk about this. So the first oath that we will be ranking, aka analyzing, is LinkStrider. And you know, LinkStrider just has an amazing concept. It's actually a really nice oath, and I'll basically explain the moves, how to get it, and where it falls on my list in terms of ranking. So as we know, in order to obtain LinkStrider, you need to get 4 players of different oaths. They have to be different accounts. You need to take them to the entropy catalyst, knock all 4 players, and then once you put them all on the little tablets that's presented, interact with the orb in the middle, and boom, you get the oath. The moves are actually really nice. This is where the oath kind of takes off. Now, this oath has 4 moves: entropy link, symbiotic sustain, symbiotic leech. Entropy link is a really nice move because it allows you to unlock places with special meteors that are scattered across the map. But the only con about this is you need Stardust, but that's really nothing. You can literally TP around. Like, you basically have Gate in a way. You can TP to Songseeker, you can TP to Etris, and other places. So now let's go on to Symbiotic Link. I really like this move because it allows you to buff your ally if you're hovering over them, and you can debuff your opponent. So not only is this perfect for charisma builds, this is perfect for people who are basically support roles in fights. Imagine a charisma build with LinkStrider and Resurrection. That's amazing. You get to buff your teammate with 2 stacks. You can use the fight command and you can use the symbiotic link. And if you're feeling devious, you can debuff your opponent. Now, symbiotic sustain is another one. This one will take a percentage of your health and then heal your ally by that amount. So you can basically siphon your own health and give your teammate more health. Tell me this is not one of the best support oath out there, bro. Come on. Now, opposite of symbiotic sustain is the symbiotic leech, where you steal your opponent's HP for a few seconds while healing you. This is amazing. I can't lie, that's literally amazing. Not only can you use this move, if this move works on mobs, you can stack this with Vampirism, Bloodless, and you can also heal yourself. It grants you 2 support mantra slots and a walk-on mantra slot. Overall, knowing all the information for LinkStrider, I give that an S. So this oath isn't tedious, but it is kind of tedious to get. So that kind of takes the rank off. But besides that, the oath is the support oath if you guys want to support your teammate. Not only that, this oath has a bit of mobility in the overworld, which makes it also cool. So knowing all this information, the only thing that knocks off points off this oath is obtaining the oath itself. Finding 4 players that has a different oaths and bringing them successfully to the catalyst is kind of troublesome because some players will log, some players will, you know, fight back. There'll be resistance. So if you want this oath, you would most likely just want to get your friends to do it for you. Get 4 nice friends who have different oaths on their accounts and just do that. On to the next oath, we have JetStriker. Now, this oath is supposed to be the mobility oath, and it's actually one of my favorite, and I'm not going to be biased with this oath, but I love this oath. I can't lie. It's very good for PvE mobility. It's also good for regular mobility. If you need to get out of there, you can get out of there. So this oath does not consist with a lot of actual physical mantras. It is more of a passive oath. So I'll basically explain and put up the abilities, aka the passives, on the screen. The update put in the game a long time ago that created momentum. The oath basically buffs momentum quicker when you're running. This passive also gives you +5 passive agility and +5 ether. Vigil's Grace. Running attacks at a maximum sprint will make you do 1 with the winds, giving reduced end lag and more control. Another thing with this is briefly at the start of running attacks, you become invisible. So because of this, you are no longer locked at aiming forward. You can kind of airborne with it, if I might say. The main thing I like about this oath is the passive buff you get from momentum. You get a passive flash step, allowing you to move at greater speeds, and it also gives you something called Strata Step. While wall boosting, hold space at the end of the wall boost and you'll be able to boost upwards further. So it's basically an extra wall jump. And another cool talent about this oath called Decisive Wins is when damaged below 50% health, gain maximum sprint momentum temporarily. This ability will get put on cooldown, but basically this oath kind of makes you run faster or keeps you at max momentum when you're below 50% health, which isn't even a low health. So overall, this oath is very good at mobility, and let's see how to get it. I did a video on this already, the location of this oath, but it is behind Miniaturisa's Golem Ice Place, and you will see a guy in an all-white cloak, and from there you will race him and you will unlock the oath. I feel like this is the best mobility oath because hence the name, it is the agility oath, JetStriker. So I think this oath stacked with Halo and Air Dash and all of these speed mantras, this stacked of Gale, you will go at extreme speeds, which is really beneficial in layer 2. Overall, knowing all the information for JetStriker, I give this an A+. On to our next oath, we have StarKindred. Now, I like this oath a lot. I can't lie, I like the look, it's drip. You know, I really like this oath, and it's not really that hard to obtain because of the new update. So, let's review this oath. So in order to get this oath, you need 50 strength. You need to talk to Samael, located in the church above the void zone in Songseeker. And you need to go, if you guys do not know where Samael is, he is in the church located in the Rotlands. And also, in order to get this oath, you need to kill Iblis, which is an angel located in the Star Tree void zone in Starsub Valley. And then once you return to Samael, you get the oath. Keep in mind, you guys need to have 50 strength to get this oath. So let's get on to the abilities. The first ability called Ascension. Now, this mantra is so OP to me because there's practically no punish. This causes your character to sprawl wings, increasing the distance covered by your air dashes and possibly doing other things as well. So this basically gives you your wings, allowing you to give you a greater air dash, more mobility, and there is a move connected to it that literally makes you fly and stuns your opponent once they get hit by it. Keep in mind, this mantra cannot be blocked nor parried. It can only be dodged, and the dodge window is pretty small. The user of Ascension still has no punish once you use this mantra. A friend with the oath, he puts Weird on Ascension, so when they do the flyby and they stun you, he wears to you while you're stunned and does combo extends, and from there. Which is actually a really good use of Weird and a really good use of the mantra, but those together is really OP. Alright, on to the next mantra, bruh. We got Celestial Assault. Use your wings and deliver 2 critical blows. Now, this is really good. This oath is mainly a combat, a little bit of mobility in there type of oath, you know what I'm saying? So you do like 2 critical blows with your wings, and yeah. Now we got the Sinister Halo. Emit a spinning ring of celestial energy, trapping and straining anyone who steps before its wake. So it's basically like the Gale Breath mantra, you know, the tornado mantra where you do the 3 kicks. It's basically that, but it's fire. Already giving away that it's kind of a combat type of oath. So yeah, overall, I give this oath a solid S, only because of its combat capabilities, and it's still able to keep up with its mobility. On to my favorite oath out of them all, ArchWarder, the Iron Man oath, the notorious Transformer. I love this oath so much because of its transformation. Shout out to the devs, bro. It was actually a really cool addition. I love the animation where it's being like assembled, bro. That's so cool. So first off, in order to obtain this oath, you need 40 Fortitude, 20 Flame Charm, and 20 Thunder Call, bro. You talk to the radio man in layer 2, activate the generator, talk to Alpha. But let's get to the abilities. So now we have the known abilities. Arc Suit. Arc Suit is what you guys all have been seeing. I'm very biased towards this oath's appearance, but you have the Arc Suit. Basically, what the Arc Suit does is it allows you to get passives, and these passives are blocking with your Arc Suit negates all backstabs and allows you to block attacks from behind. You can literally block attacks from behind you, bruh. Like, you have a 360 hitbox. That's crazy. Another passive it gets is when block broken with Arc Suit, eject from the armor. Like, that's crazy. Like, you eject from the armor, basically getting you out of a combo. It saves you from a combo, basically. Another thing you get with the Arc Suit, which is a passive, your dashes become jet dashes, allowing you to attack while dashing. so you can dash into people and inflict damage, and you can do that to mobs as well. The last passive with the arc suit called Arc Module Null. When your arc suit is activated, outgoing any incoming enchant effects are nullified, so you're more resistant to enchants. So that was all the passives of the first move called Arc Suit. Now there's 3 other moves: Arc Beam, Arc Wave, and Arc Module. The Arc Beam is really cool because it is a explosion. It literally does a beam and an explosion. It's a very nice range attack. Think of it as an ice beam that has an explosion at the end of it, and it's actually a really cool mantra. It's actually really nice. Okay, so now ArchWarder also has a really nice mobility mantra called Arc Module Leap, and it is basically connected towards the dashes. You're able to temporarily kind of fly-ish, double jump-ish. Holding spacebar after double jumping propels you in the air for a short duration. Obviously, you need the arc suit on to do this. So yeah, I wouldn't say that is the best for mobility, but I would say that it is a good addition to the oath. So knowing all this information for the ArchWarder, I would give this a solid S. On to the next oath that we all thought were specs when the dev showcased it. This is DawnWalker. Now, in order to get DawnWalker, you need to get 30 Crescent, if I pronounce that right, medallions, if I pronounce that right, from layers 2 second phase. Then you would need to talk to Claris, which is basically the person who sends you down into the layer 2, and cast a light and redeem radiant magic. To upgrade this oath, you need to obtain 15 more of those medallions or whatever, and you need to speak to Claris and cast a light in the depths. So blinding dawn is a combat mantra, and basically you spin rapidly to unleash powerful rays of light. I think this is the mantra that people call party kick, party table kick, but that is the mantra. On to the next one, we have radiant kick. There's another combat mantra. It kicks your foes at the speed of light. Now it doesn't literally click at the speed of light, but it's pretty fast. Now for the passes of the oath, we have Protagonist Syndrome. The grasp of shadow is meaningless in the face of your blinding light. Your DawnWalker mantras are empowered after being hit by shadow cast. So if you go against a shadow user, you get stronger. Simple as that. You literally get stronger if you get hit by shadow. Another passive it has is dealing damage with DawnWalker mantras briefly make you immune to all elemental effects for a short period. So you basically become more immune to elemental effects, statuses, all of that if you hit your DawnWalker mantras. The only thing is you don't gain immunity to the mantras, but you gain immunity to their status. So basically ice, you can't be put on fire, you can't be chilled, etc. Alright guys, so knowing all the information for the DawnWalker, I will give this an A+, only because its passive is way too situational. It needs to be hit by shadow cast in order to get its buff. So I feel like that's kind of a downside, and its mobility is kind of low, but overall it's a very good combat oath. With that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys subscribe, like, let me know what places you guys will put on your tier list in terms of ranking. Overall, all the oaths are good, and yeah, it's been Olesu.